Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, December 21st, college and NBA basketball show for you here. And we got a ton of stuff going on in college and the NBA. So there's more than a full slate of games for you. Not only that, you got NFL Sunday after an exciting NFL Saturday, as well as we had a couple of bangers. That Bears-Packers game, by the way, wow, on the end of that. And how many quarterbacks can the Packers lose? It looks like they should have lost Willis as well, but somehow he stayed upright. But anyway, that NFL show, by the way, if you're just joining us, has already been posted for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday games. So go back, check that out as well. If you don't have enough action in this basketball episode, we'll give you even more for Sunday as well. So whether you're new to the show or have been here before, welcome back, welcome aboard. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by Outlier. 7-day free trial in the comments section as well. And then also the private Discord, you can get there. The link is in the comments section and the YouTube channel page as well. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do. And in case we don't have a show, guess what? The Discord's going to get all the plays. You're going to get our unit sizes so you know which ones we're the heaviest on to go play those first. And action 365 days a year. Who can argue with that? I do want to point out before we get started, I want to send a hate letter out to the Lakers. Thank you very little for shooting less than 40% from the field and less than 20% from three. Oh, my God. Could you be any worse shooting the ball? Ugh. All I'm saying is this: expect the shooting progression in their next game, but that was god-awful. I mean, I've seen some bad basketball. That might be one of the worst. I mean, I've seen WNBA games that had better shooting than that from three. That was disgusting. And they kept launching them like no big deal. But anyway, that's my hatred. Sometimes we feel for baseball and basketball on certain games. It's just like the Clippers didn't do anything. All you had to do was shoot 44% from the field, 43, and you win the game. Take a couple more two-pointers. Luka, you had 12 points and 13 shots. That's freaking ridiculous. That is like middle school shit. But anyway, we'll get on to it. I said my piece. Let's get it started with college basketball because we've got a boatload going on here, and we don't want to miss a thing. That old song, right? We'll get started noon Eastern time frame. Colgate in Florida. Game played down in Gainesville at the Stephen O'Connell Center. Florida coming in 7-4, 4-0 at home. Colgate 6-5, 1-4 on the road. Florida favored by 29.5 here, 153.5 total. We're going to make this one simple. Florida has not covered a big number. They were 44-point favorite the other night against a much worse team than this. They didn't cover. They scored 41. The book seems to have them dialed where they're going to be on the short end of the stick on a lot of these games. So Colgate plus 17.5 first half, plus 29.5 for the game. Next game we are on is going to be Pittsburgh and Penn State. Game played in Hershey at the Giants Center. Penn State 8-3, 6-6. Pitt coming in. Pitt's actually a 1.5-point favorite here. We'll play the dog here with Penn State. I honestly think Penn State might be a little bit better. It's relatively close between the two in-state teams, but Penn State is a little bit better. I don't think either team makes the tournament, to be really honest. But Penn State money line first half. Penn State money line for the game. A team that is making the tournament for sure, unless the wheels come completely off, on the CW at 1 o'clock Eastern time frame. Vanderbilt on the road, 11-0 in Winston-Salem against Wake Forest. Wake Forest 9-3, 7-1 at home. Wake Forest has been, let's put it to you this way, an average ACC team. Might be the best way to put it here. Vandy is one of the better teams. Not everybody's talking about them. I mean, they're 11-0, and I know they haven't played some of the competition that some of the other teams have, but they're still ranked 13th. I mean, kind of a little disrespectful. Vandy's favored by 4.5, total at 159.5. A game that could hit the buck 60s, but better than that is Vandy. Vandy minus 2.5 first half, minus 4.5 for the game. 1 o'clock Eastern time frame. Hofstra 8-4 at home, where they're 2-0, hosting Quinnipiac here. And Hofstra somehow is laying 6.5 in this one. I think that's too many points. If it was at 3.5, I think this would be a stay away game for us. But at 6.5, we had to hop in. Quinnipiac plus 3.5 first half, plus 6.5 for the game. Next game we're on, NC State at home against Ole Miss in Greensboro, North Carolina. At least North Carolina State, the home team here. NC State favored by 6.5. They did play a really good game against Kansas, barely lost that one. They actually had control of it in the second half. They are favored here by 6.5. Ole Miss is 7-4, but they're not that good, folks. I'm going to tell you right now, towards the bottom of the SEC, or at least the bottom half, NC State for us in this one, minus 3.5 first half, 6.5 for the game. Next game up, Alabama hosting Kennesaw State. Both teams 8-3. This game in Huntsville, the Rocket City Classic. I guess we got more tournament names than we know what to shake a stick at these days. And the Rocket City Classic would be one of those. Bama only favored by 21.5 here. It's not near enough. Bama finally has a good shooting game here, and I think they blow the doors off Kennesaw. Minus 10.5 first half, 21.5 for the game. Next game we're on. And that game, by the way, at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Sorry if we missed that time frame for that one a little bit earlier. Charlotte is going to be the next one we're on. This game also 2 o'clock Eastern time, played for at Halton Arena in Charlotte, hosting University of Illinois Chicago, UIC, who we just saw get beat. UIC 1-4 on the road. Charlotte 5-7 overall, but all 5 of those wins coming at home, and then give them win number 6 at home. They're covering this 2.5. Charlotte minus 1.5 first half, minus 2.5 for the game. Next game we're on, SMU Central Arkansas. This game played in Dallas at Moody Coliseum. SMU 9-2, 7-0 at home. Central Arkansas, by the way, 0-6 on the road. They're 5-1 at home as they've played some, down teams here. SMU favored by 22.5. I'm shocked this line wasn't 30 because that's what we expect them to win by here. SMU minus 11.5 first half and 22.5 for the game. Next game we're on. We really wanted to play that Tennessee game till the number got posted at 42.5, so stayed off of that one there. Arizona State, Oregon State at Desert Financial Arena in Tempe. Oregon State coming to town, 6-6 overall, 0-1 on the road. Arizona State 9-3, just come off that beaten by UCLA. 4-1 at home, though. They're favored by 12.5 here. I know it's a lot of chalk today, but I think it's a chalk Sunday after a weird-ass Saturday. ASU minus 6.5 first half and 12.5 for the game. 3 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Cincinnati and Clemson. The Greenville Winter Invitational. Just when you thought you had enough tournament stuff, here's some more. Cincinnati coming on the road, 7-4. Clemson 9-3. Clemson have buried themselves a couple of games here recently. I don't expect them to do that against Clemson. They've got to shoot better in the first half. I think they will. Clemson minus 3 first half, minus 5.5 for the game. Next game we're on, Michigan and LaSalle. Well, LaSalle, by the way, 4-8. None of those wins coming on the road. They're going to Ann Arbor. No tournament game here. Michigan favored by 39.5. It's not enough. I thought this game was realistically going to be 43-44. I think we're getting a little bit of break. This game on Peacock at 4 o'clock Eastern time frame. We'll take some Michigan here. Minus 20.5 in the first half, minus 39.5 for the game. Next game we're on, by the way, might look at that Drake-Evansville game. Drake's kind of, if you're looking for a little plus there, Evansville might pull off an upset there. We didn't play it, but definitely a possibility there on that one. 4 o'clock Eastern time frame on the ACC network in Coral Gables. Miami hosting North Florida. Miami 10-2, 8 of those wins coming at home. They're a perfect 8-0. North Florida 0-6 on the road, 2-9 overall. The line is huge at 36.5. It's about where we expect it to be, but I thought Miami was going to win this thing by 40 before it got posted. Miami minus 18.5 first half, minus 36.5 for the game. The next game we're on also at 4:30 Eastern time frame at Wintrust Arena in Chicago. DePaul This game on FS1, by the way. DePaul 0-1 in the Big East, 8-4 overall. UConn 11-1 with that one. They're 1-0 in the Big East. UConn favored by 14.5. I expect this line to move. UConn last couple hasn't covered, but I think they go out and they muddy up the water here with DePaul and beat them by 20 plus. Don't leave much doubt in this one. UConn minus 7.5 first half, 14.5 for the game. Next game we're on. Illinois. I told you it was a big day today. 5 o'clock Eastern time frame on ESPN Plus in Normal, Illinois. Illinois State at home against Indiana State. Saw Indiana State just tuck one away the other night. Illinois State 9-3, 1-0 in the Missouri Valley. 7-5 Indiana State with their first game being a loss in conference. Illinois State covers this 12.5 and moves. Or this line has already moved, by the way. It was 11.5, now 12.5. I still think Illinois State wins comfortably by 15 or more. Minus 6.5 first half, minus 11.5 for the game. Next game we're on, Iowa State, State in Ames at Hilton Coliseum, one of my favorite places in the world to watch a basketball game. Iowa State 11-0, 6-0 at home. Long Beach State 0-6 on the road is the big number there. Iowa State didn't cover the 40-point number in the last game. It was kind of coming off that Purdue game. Didn't expect them to have a bunch of energy. I expect the energy to be back here and cover this 36.5 number. Iowa State minus 18.5 first half, 36.5 for the game. Next game up, 6 o'clock Eastern time frame as well on Peacock. Gonzaga hosting Oregon in Portland. So they're not at home. This is the Northwest Elite Showdown. Zags have played really well. The only blemish on the record is against Michigan, where they just got snowballed in that one. Zags are pretty solid, top 10 team. They're fighting to be probably a number 1 seed as this thing comes down to the end of the season. Zags win this one going away. So Zaga minus 6.5 first half, 12.5 for the game. Next game up is Nebraska, North Dakota in Lincoln, Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska's been good. 11-0, 7-0 at home. They beat Illinois on the road. They're going to win this game, but that line, I thought this thing was going to come out around 25, 26. It's at 30.5. I just think it's too much here. So we are going to take North Dakota. They're not they're not good, but they're not, I think, this bad. They do have a couple road wins as well. Give us North Dakota plus 17.5 first half, 30.5 for the game. All right, now we're going to flip over to the NBA. Like I said, the Lakers shit show last night was enough for me. The 76ers won, like they said. The Celtics won. The Pelicans won. The Pistons won. The upset of the night was probably Wizards-Grizzlies. The Wizards get a win on the road at Memphis after Memphis was up, I believe, by 15 at the half, and they still lose by 8. The Magic didn't cover. The Jazz almost pulled that thing out in overtime. Warriors and Suns game was close. Blazers did barely cover on the last couple minutes, and then that shit show that was called the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to be hot under the collar about that one for a while. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I haven't seen the team shoot that bad in quite some time. All right, let's get to the NBA. 3:30 Eastern time will lead us off. Bulls, Hawks. Let's see, in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. Hawks 5-7 at home. Bulls 5-9 on the road. And the Hawks are almost back down to 500 because they have been playing like they cannot figure out how to get out of their own way at all. For the Bulls, Jalen Smith, Dosunmu, Kobe White, all game time decisions. Porzingis still out with an illness. I don't know what illness keeps you out this long, but that trade's obviously not working. Our pickup, and that's about it. All she wrote there. Trae Young's supposed to play after he played one game and then didn't play in the last one here. The Hawks have just played so bad, period, especially at home. The Bulls aren't necessarily a world beater when it comes to being on the road here, but the way things are going right now, take the Bulls. This line's already moved from 4.5 to 3.5 as well. Bulls plus 4.5, plus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Trae Young under 5.5 points first quarter. So for all you first quarter that love the first quarter bets, kind of like the first inning of baseball, Josh Giddey, 2+ threes. He's hit this, I believe, in 7 consecutive games. Okongwu under 6.5 field goals. I don't know what's gone on with him over the last 3 weeks, but it's been a shit show for him as well. Young under 5.5 field goals. Really? Okay. Walker Alexander, 2+ turnovers for the Hawks. Young, 10+ rebounds and assists. I think he'll still try to set everybody up. Just don't expect him to score much. Dyson Daniels, 26+ par. Vucevic, 1+ assist in the first quarter. Trae Young under 17.5 points. Here's a little bit of one that 3+ rebounds for Giddey in the first quarter. He's been rebounding really well in the first. He's hit this 4 out of his last 5. I mean, it's going to take, it's plus money. I wouldn't place a boatload on this one, but do like it. Jalen Johnson, 6+ points in the first quarter in that one there. Next game up, we got a couple of 6 o'clock Eastern time frames. We'll start with the Raptors and the Nets. So the Raptors laid down like they thought they would yesterday against the Celtics. Now they got to hit the road against Brooklyn. Toronto's still favored by 3.5, even though coming off the back-to-back. I understand the Nets are god-awful. Raptors' record still 17-12, 9-5 on the road. Thank God for bad teams like the Nets. Nets 3-11 at home. They've won 4 games on the road, actually, so they're 4-8 on the road. A little bit better record there. Michael Porter's been terrific for the Nets. He's really, when he's the only option or the main option, he looks good. We've still got Jacob Poeltl and R.J. Barrett both out. R.J. Barrett, they didn't move back till after the first of the year. Again, he keeps getting moved back and back, so obviously they're not going well. Drake Powell, Haywood Highsmith, and Cam Thomas still all out for the Nets. To be really honest in this one, this is more of a fade of the Raptors and the way they've played basketball as of late. It's been ugly. It's been awful. Brandon Ingram's put up some monster numbers, and Scotty Barnes can't seem to score. Quickly's not scoring much. Grady Dick's not scoring much. Quickly's not scoring. It's just a mess. Brandon Ingram seems to be the ball dominant in the offense again. Scotty needs, if the Raptors plan on winning games, which I know they are planning on winning games, the offense needs to run through Scotty, not necessarily Brandon Ingram. Ingram, the ball kind of sticks when it gets to him. They need to get that Scotty more involved on the offense rather than just being a rebounding machine. We like the Nets plus the points here. Nets +1 in the first quarter, +2 in the first half, +3.5 for the game. Brandon Ingram, 4+ turnovers. It is plus money. He has hit this in 5 out of the last 6 games. Scotty Barnes, 9+ rebounds. Like I said, we were discussing the game here. I still don't think they're going to run the ball through Scotty, so he's going to be more of an offside or weak side rebounding machine. Nick Claxton under 25.5 par. Michael Porter, 4+ threes is plus money. Porter, 25+ points in that one there. Next game up, the other 6 o'clock Eastern time frame game. Knicks at home, Madison Square Garden against the Heat. So the Knicks finally lost a home game on Friday? And we kind of told you it was a bad spot for them. This is not necessarily that. Heat have actually won a couple games on the road. But I don't expect the Heat to really – I expect the Knicks to come out and a little pissed off after about losing that home game. The Knicks are 7.5-point favorite, 236.5 total. If you like totals, we did not play it, but the over here does make a lot of sense. Injury-wise, we'll take a look for you here as well. Davion Mitchell, game-time decision. Same thing for Wiggins. Tyler Hero out again. Pele Larson out again. And Jovic out again for the Knicks. The only 2 on the Miles McBride and Landry Shamet. So McBride's still out. Looks like those guys are at least out till Christmas. And for the Heat, a lot of those guys are going to be out till Christmas as well. Maybe Mitchell will play. If Mitchell doesn't play, I think the offense gets a little stagnant. Wiggins not necessarily worried about as much as Hawkins will be more in the lineup, which is probably a benefit to the Heat. But we do like the Knicks in this spot. The line has went down from 8.5 to 7.5. We grabbed it at 8.5 and thought we were getting a bargain. Knicks -2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, 8.5 for the game. Josh Hart, 14+ rebounds and assists combined. Karl Anthony Towns, 2+ threes. OG, under 16.5 points. Miles Bridges, 25+ par points, assists, rebounds combined. He's hit this, I believe, in 8 consecutive games. Norman Powell under 24.5 points. Miles Bridges, 4+ points in the first quarter. OG Anunoby, 2+ turnovers. OG Anunoby under 2.5 threes. I was shocked that number wasn't like minus $1.50, only a minus $1.10 over on FanDuel. Norman Powell, 6+ rebounds and assists. The only reason we played that one is because normally he's at 7 or 8, so we get it a little bit cheaper. Jalen Brunson under 10.5 field goals. Brunson's been putting up a lot of points, been a lot of free throws, folks. If you paid attention to field goals made, you see 5 out of the last 6 he's been under. Where for the Heat, 12+ points. Next game up, Spurs, Wizards, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. So the Wizards coming off a win and a back-to-back game here. The Spurs, 15.5-point favorite on the road, 238.5 total. I would tell you to play the over here. I'm a little worried about what the Wizards are going to be able to score. The Spurs, when Wemby is in the lineup, defensively are fantastic, the best one in the league. But I don't know what this Wemby rotation still is about. He's still coming off the bench as well. So no Spurs on the injury report. We've got Watkins, Whitmore, Bilal, and Corey Kispert still out for the Wizards. And have the Thunder called the Wizards yet? That's all I want to know. By the way, the 238.5 number, it's up there. You know what I mean? So for the Spurs in this one here, I do like the Spurs here covering the 15.5. I think this is the best way to play this one. Spurs minus 4.5 first quarter, 8.5 first half, 15.5 for the game. CJ McCollum, 3+ threes. Stephen Castle, 5+ points in the first quarter. CJ McCollum, 20+ points. He has hit that 3 and the 20+ point mark in like 6 or 7 consecutive home games, and they're back at home. Champagnie, 6+ rebounds. We'll also play Castle for 6+ rebounds. That was even money on that one there. De'Aaron Fox, under 29.5 par. That one's hitting like 5 or 6 consecutive. Bub Carrington, under 4.5 rebounds in that one. Next game, Bucks T-Wolves, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. So the T-Wolves coming off a really impressive win against the Thunder after they fell behind in the first quarter like they do in every freaking game. It is absolutely amazing how some of these teams treat the first quarter like it doesn't matter. It does matter. Like, I don't know, start your practice a little bit earlier. Do something. Break up the monotony a little bit of why you come out sucking so bad in the first quarter. Try a different rotation. I don't know, put Naz Reid in the starting lineup. Something. Anyway, T-Wolves favored by 12.5 here, 224.5 total. More than likely they hold the Bucks down. Bucks are 3-9 on the road, 11-17 overall. Still no Giannis. Still no wins, right? So Giannis out and Prince is out. Mike Conley is a game-time decision. I'd be shocked if they played him, to be really honest, as they're fully healthy everywhere else. Even Anthony Edwards is off the injury report. How about that one? That's pretty crazy. Anyway, what are they going to do when Giannis comes back? This line did open at 11.5, now to 12.5. 12.5 still well worth playing this one. We played it there as well. T-Wolves minus 3.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 12.5 for the game. Naz Reid, 14+ points. AJ Green, 3+ rebounds. Bobby Portis, under 7.5 rebounds. That thing is hit, by the way, I think I want to say 8 or 9 consecutive games. Bobby Portis, 2+ threes. Same thing there. He's been hitting that number at a nice rate. AJ Green, 3+ threes. Ant-Man, 33+ points and rebounds combined. Naz Reid, 17+ points and assists. And Porter for the Bucks, 21+ points. Ant-Man, 3+ threes. It is a little juicy at 3, so if you want to play him for 4, I don't blame you. I think he's going to try to probably shoot a lot of threes early. It would not shock me in the least. And then the final game of the night, 10 o'clock Eastern time frame, Rockets Kings. So we've just seen the Rockets lose 2 games in a row to the Blazers in the last 3 nights, where they were close on everything. I don't think they're going to be close here. Both teams coming off of back-to-back. Rockets had a nice win over the Nuggets. That was kind of they finally beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets have kind of been a thorn in their side. Kings 3-9 at home, 6-22 overall. It's already 1-2-3 Cancun for the Kings. Rockets trying to stay somewhat within shouting distance of the top teams here in the West. 17-8 overall, 9-6 on the road. Injury-wise, Eason's still out. Looks like he I don't think he's going to be a game-time decision here, but who knows? He's supposed to be back shortly. Finney Smith, still right after the first of the year, possibly. He's back. Van Vliet's obviously been out for the season. We went over Sabonis the last couple episodes. He's out till at least mid-January. He got set back a month. Drew Eubanks won't be available till after the first of the year. And Zach LaVine's still out with the ankle injury. Looks like maybe he's back here in the next couple days, possibly in this one. Rockets, big favorite here, as they should be. 11.5, 226.5 total. Rockets on the road are normally a pretty good size on the overs, too, if you like playing totals. I do like Houston in this one. They cover the 11.5. I think it's a smash job here. Rockets minus 3.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 11.5 for the game. Reed Shepherd, 17-plus points and assists combined. Kevin Durant, his numbers normally at 25, but they did bump it here to 26 points. Russell Westbrook, under 22.5 points and assists combined. Russell Westbrook, under 7.5 assists. Kevin Durant, 2+ threes. If you're going to play him at 2, shop this around, because this thing I've seen anywhere between $160, minus 160 to minus 220. Don't want to pay the 220 for sure. Wouldn't even play it at that. But Durant at 2+ threes, if you can get him at 160, well worth it. Steven Adams, 8+ rebounds is plus money. Keegan Murray, under 1.5 threes. He hasn't hit 2 threes in a game in 6 consecutive. And Josh Okogie, 8+ points. Man, if that's not a full show of plays, I don't know what is. And not only that, you get to throw in all the NFL stuff. Oh, my goodness. Too much to play, right? That's what we love about sports. We got a lot going on, and we didn't even have to touch hockey or anything off the main sports here in the U.S. Great, great stuff. Hopefully you guys like the show. If you do, make sure you follow and subscribe, turn on notifications, like the episode, leave a comment. All that stuff shows, share it with a friend. We love seeing that type of stuff. Makes me more and more motivated to get as many shows as we possibly can out to give you guys even more in-depth info, whether it's my show or anybody else's. Always show a little love for the creator, even if it's as simple as a like. It does help out. It's nice to see those numbers grow as well as the audience size. So subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny to do that, guys. I know YouTube makes you create your own channel, which you never have to post to, and you can keep private and nobody know who the hell you are. You can do all that on YouTube. They keep the spammers away, unlike some of the other apps like TikTok, where all you guys do is get spammed to death by guys saying, I hit a 6-leg parlay every day, liar. We don't do that here. We're a straight wager show. You can parlay anything that we do, but show a little love for the creators, whether, like I said, my show or anybody else's. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial available. The link's in the comment section's YouTube channel page. If you want to know where the money's coming in on the books, if you want bets that hit 60, 70, 80, 90%, if you want to get trends that are going on and all kinds, they got all the sports over there. It's crazy. If you want to get value bets where Outlier determines the lines off, they're going to show you those as well. Plus, you can odd shop for all the bets you want to make at multiple books that you're a part of, all in one spot, and store all those bets in one particular area as well. Outlier 7-day free trial. Also, the Discord channel available for all of you out there. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering. Get all of our bets before we post them publicly. You're going to so you can get ahead of line moves, juice moves, all that kind of fun stuff. Not only that, you're going to see all of our unit sizes, so you know which the biggest bets are to go put your money there first. You're going to get multiple cappers that are going to throw in stuff. Players are throwing in parlays. We've got a capper that just basically does parlays and throws those in as well. We've got action all over the place. If we don't have a show, you're still going to get the plays on Discord. I think I've missed maybe 2 days in the last year plus on the Discord channel, where I've missed multiple days on the show, because health reasons or whatever it may be. So you're going to get all of that plus more in that Discord channel. Well worth it. And then you can also ask questions amongst any of the members. Message me privately. I'll be more than happy to try to answer those as quickly as I can as well. All that's available in the Discord. The link to it will be in the comment section of this show, also on our YouTube channel page. Good stuff, folks. I'd love to see everybody there. Makes it even more exciting as well. And live shows will be coming back around to you guys. Hopefully we can get one out as early as maybe Sunday, Monday, and start going through stuff live for you guys as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.